Hey guys, it's CSFan001 here, welcome to another one of those weekly trophy list update videos. Today's date is Monday, June 24th, 2019, so this will have covered Monday through Sunday, June 17th through 23rd, I believe. Yep, that's it. Yeah, 17th through 23rd. Anyway, I'm recording this a little bit later on Monday than I was expecting because I had some other stuff I had to take care of today, but it wasn't the most productive week ever, but it was still a fairly good week overall. I don't think this is going to be quite as long as last week's episode. So, of course, last week we had finished off Black Ops 2 and all, so I've been working on 5 games this week total, or I worked on 5 games total. So, one of them, Destiny 2, with this. So I actually wrote down everything left that I need for the collections badge. So I'm slowly working on that, just basically going in every week, buying any new items from Xur that I might need. And I'll eventually get it. It'll take a while, but I'll eventually get it. It's not too bad. And then also whenever I go in and do that for a little while, I'll also go and play a few either like missions or just do the flashpoint for the week, just get a little bit of extra shards and a little bit of extra progress and stuff. My light level or power level is actually getting fairly high. It's like 620-ish now, which is good because it's gone up a lot faster than I expected. So that's good. Making some progress on that. And then the Triumph Seal is, of course, the worst one. I still need to really look into that. That's a story related. I don't think that one's going to be that hard. And the raid, honestly, as I've said before, I don't think is going to be that bad once the Year 3 expansion comes out and the levels and weapons and stuff get even better. So I think once that happens, this trophy won't be too bad. It'll be like the raid from the base game. So eventually I will get close to the 100% for Destiny 2 Forsaken. I don't know about the Triumph Seal, though. It's just so much time. I just don't really know yet. We'll really have to see about that. Red Dead 2, that's another game I've been working on. I've been doing the daily online challenges pretty much every day. Do some of them. I don't do all of them because there's usually a few that I don't feel like doing. But I'm level 33, I believe, so about 17 levels to go. It's slow, it's boring, but at least it's coming along, you know? I'll eventually get it. It's annoying, but I will eventually get through it. And I still need to get another, 20 platinums anyway before I finish off Red Dead 2, because I'm saving it for 400, so it gives me some time, just level up every couple days. I'll get it eventually. And the amount of XP per level doesn't increase that much up to level 50. I think at level 50 it's like 4,800 to go up one level, which isn't terrible, but especially given level 100 requires like 6,500 XP or something between 99 and 100. So I don't think it's going to be that bad. It's so boring because, again, I don't like this online. I just wish that it had more to it and was actually, a little more fun. But that's just my thoughts on Red Dead 2. But I'm making progress for the bear attacks. I have 17, but that's a trophy I'm saving for last so I can make sure to catch it on video. Which is actually what I did with GTA 5 a while back. I did the single-player trophy for having all 3 characters together as my last trophy because it was an easy last one to do. So, the only platinum I earned this week was Hellblade: Senua's Sacrifice. So, as you guys know, I had completed most of the game last week, and then I went ahead and after the last video uploaded, went ahead and finished the game. So, that wasn't a problem. The problem was the Lore Stone trophy, because all the other trophies come naturally. One of the Lore Stones, like I said, glitched out on me, one of the ones in Chapter 10. Now, I'm 99.9% sure I picked it back up after dying, because I went up to it and I held down L2, but it looks like, from what I was looking at when I was replaying the game, and I actually played through pretty much the whole thing on stream, but I was interacting with one of them, and there was maybe one time where I thought I interacted and it didn't seem to register or something, so I don't know if it's just glitchy or if I just did something slightly wrong, but whatever it was, the fact that there's no chapter select is really kind of stupid. Because, that's just such a simple feature you could have put in, especially for kind of a shorter game. Such an easy, simple feature to put in, but you don't do it. Why? And along with that, I've talked about this on the stream and all. I don't really think this game is as good as a lot of people give it credit for. I will give it credit for being ballsy enough to tackle the mental health subject and actually talk about that a lot throughout the game and make it all sort of a metaphor for that. And I give them credit for being willing to do that and having that, be sort of the central subject. And it had potential as a game. It certainly had potential. it's just very poorly executed with really just boring, uninteresting, or sometimes just downright obnoxious gameplay, especially in like Chapter 10, and some of the worst combat I've seen. Like, the combat is horrible, the enemies are not interesting at all, the combat, it's just badly designed all around. I mean, the graphics and stuff are fine, but just overall the gameplay and the combat just really take away from the experience. I think this game would have been better served with no combat and being made more like either, Life is Strange or a Telltale style game. I think if it was more like that, then it probably would have been a better experience because you wouldn't have had to you would have expected the gameplay to be that way. Like, the gameplay would have been probably more fun in that sense, or at least simplified and probably not bad, and then there wouldn't have been any combat to deal with. So that's just my thoughts on it. Again, I know why a lot of people like the game. I just think it gets a little more credit than it probably deserves at times. But again, that's just me. Other people have different opinions. That's fine. But as it turns out, there actually are a good number of people that didn't like the game when I posted about it on both Twitter and Facebook, like in trophy groups and stuff. It turns out there actually are a good number of people that aren't a huge fan of the game. So that's interesting, actually, that not everyone does like the game. I thought it was almost universally loved, and apparently it's not. So I'm not alone in my opinions, thankfully. Then we have Fallout 76. So Fallout 76 actually had a double XP event from June 20th through 24th, which was today, but it only went through noon Eastern, so it's already over for me and probably over for a lot of you guys as well. So I actually got to level up quite a few times. I went from level 76 or 77 all the way up to level 83 or 84. I think I'm level 84. So I made very good progress on leveling up, only about 16 levels to go to hit level 100, which is probably going to be the last trophy I get. So very happy about that because, made a lot of good progress and did some of the stuff from Wild Appalachia. I mean, the game has gotten a little bit better, obviously, but it's still not what people wanted, and I still haven't tried the Battle Royale mode because I'm just not interested at all. So at least I made some progress, though. Got up to that higher level, getting closer to level 100. I'll have it done eventually. I mean, who knows? This could end up being 400 instead of Red Dead 2. You never know, but it kind of depends on a couple things. Scorched Earth is, of course, by far the hardest trophy in the game, as you have to finish the Scorched Earth event. Not a lot of people are doing it. I think I'm just going to have to join like a session on PSN Profiles or something to find people that want to do it, because you need a pretty big group to be able to beat it. Because, again, the event itself, it's not that killing the boss is really all that hard in a group, because it's just basically a bigger Scorch Beast with a significant amount of more health, like many times the health of a regular Scorch Beast. That's not the problem. The only problem is the time limit on the mission of 30 minutes. That's literally the only issue. If it wasn't timed, or if the time was like an hour, or if it was a daily quest or something, if it was rated like as a daily quest, it would not be bad at all, and I would have already had it. It's just, and I'm also shocked that it's 9.3%, whereas like, this event is pretty easy. It doesn't pop as often as it used to, but it's easy. I don't remember what this one was. I think it's a daily event or something. This one right here, it's in an obscure part of the map, but it's a super easy event. It's so easy. It's like just scavenge a few items or something. And it's rare, which really kind of surprises me. Join 20 Teams is one of the 2 co-op trophies I'm missing. I got unlucky and I think it glitched on me, so if I have to just create a new character and boost it a few minutes after getting out of the vault, I can do that, but I'd rather not have to resort to that. I'm just a little bit unhappy that it seems to have glitched on me. It also might have been fixed, so I'm going to try that again with someone. Reaching level 100, of course, I'm making progress on it. It's just time-consuming. It's not hard. It's just really, really time-consuming. Plenty of easy ways to get some XP, even though it's slow. Man, just think if the XP exploit had been available at this point in time with that double XP event, I definitely would have hit level 100. I wish that had been a thing. Oh well. Read 20 magazines. That is the trophy I got done this week. That trophy is quite easy. There are a number of places that spawn magazines. I ended up grinding it out in... There's like a fairgrounds that you can go to, like an old county fair that's just sort of northwest of Vault 76 and north of Point Pleasant. And that area has a chance of spawning up to 3 skill magazines and up to 3 bobbleheads every server you're in. So it's a great way to farm magazines and bobbleheads for those couple trophies. Plus, it's just populated by very low-level Scorched and occasionally Feral Ghouls, so it's really easy to kill stuff, just run around with a melee weapon and grind a little bit of extra gear as well. So it's a good place to farm that stuff at, and it's nice and easy trophy. Just finally got around to it. I was just kind of lazy about it. It's pretty easy. And then I'm also missing Revive 20 Fallen Players, which there's an easy method to that. You basically just have your partner jump off a cliff repeatedly and heal them with alcohol, because there's a perk you can take to do that so you don't waste your stim packs. Or there's a perk that like reduces it to only 50% of you only have a 50% chance of using up your stim pack or something. And then all the other trophies I'm done with. So I'll get Fallout 76 done eventually. It's mainly just reaching level 100 and getting that stupid Scorched Earth trophy. And I think that's the second time I've done the syncing of this. I wasn't really thinking. Oh well. And then the major game that's been being worked on is Uncharted 2, because actually I've made very good progress on Uncharted 2, getting pretty close to being done with the game in terms of the trophies. There's only 4 trophies left in the game. I don't remember exactly which trophies I got last week aside from the 2 melee trophies. I got those done, so I'll just cover all of them again. The 50 stealth kills is actually harder than the 100 melee kills because the stealth kills are really buggy and don't always unlock. Barbecue requires you to kill someone by exploding either a propane tank or a generator next to them. The generator's on high rise. It's very easy to boost. It would be a lot harder in normal gameplay though. The 7 tripled medals, that is the basically triple kill. You can actually boost that with the barbecue medals by just having 3 or 4 people stand around one of the explosives and shoot it, and you'll get both at once. I'll get to the co-op one in a second when we get to the second DLC list. But then these 2 are both co-op trophies. Survival game requires you to survive 10 waves of enemies of increasing numbers and difficulty. We did it first try. Wasn't too hard overall. Gold Rush requires you to get a treasure to a specific point for 10 consecutive waves. Also, actually this one gave us the most trouble out of all of them, surprisingly. We still did it first try, but we actually did lose all our lives twice during it, so that was kind of funny, I guess. It's still not that hard, though. This is one of the few trophies I'm missing. Win 50 deathmatch games. I've won 11, so a lot more of those to go. Win 50 objective games. We got that last night, or technically very early this morning. You can do this in Plunder. That's what I'd suggest because of this trophy for getting 200 captured medals. Because the captured medals are earned during Plunder every time you capture a treasure. Every time someone on your team captures a treasure, everyone on the team gets a captured medal. So you'll get that along the way with the 50 objective game wins. Elimination, I don't think is going to be that bad because I think it's like a search and destroy type mode that's really short per game. So that one won't take too long. I don't know if we can get it done in one night, but we can get it done relatively quickly, I think. I don't think it's going to be that bad, like maybe a minute a game, hopefully, a couple minutes a game. So we should be able to get that one done soon. The deathmatch is going to take a while, but the worst trophy of all is 2,500 kills in deathmatch or elimination. I doubt I'm going to be above 1,200 by the time we finish elimination in deathmatch, so going to be a lot more kill grinding after that, and there's a bunch of us. I mean, there's, 6 total of us that are boosting, plus 4 either alts or people that aren't getting the trophies or have already done them, so those 2 trophies, this and deathmatch, are going to be painful to finish because they're just so time-consuming. 2,500 kills is a little bit ridiculous since if plunder kills counted, that would be really nice, but only deathmatch and elimination kills count, unfortunately. So we're going to be boosting that for the rest of the week, and it's going to take some time, but we'll eventually get through it. I mean, we'll easily finish Uncharted 2. We've done all the actually difficult stuff now. It's just really grindy to finish the game, so we will get Uncharted 2 done. No doubt we'll have it done by the time the servers go down in September. Uncharted 2 DLC 2, though, I'm actually almost done with. Completing all 3 co-op maps on Crushing. This actually does not stack with the hard difficulty one. You have to complete them once on hard and once on Crushing. Hard is actually not that bad. If we had known what we were doing and already had strategies worked out, we would have been able to finish hard modes probably first try on each map. Crushing, though, is a bit of a different story. It doesn't change the number of lives you get. It's just way harder because of the way the enemies are, and there's just some really cheap moments. Like on the very first map, Nepal, right at the beginning, there's this long street area where enemies will come at you from both sides. It's just badly designed. There's a lot of the armored shotgun guys. The enemies are kind of randomized each time. There's the grabber guys that are really annoying. If you get through that, the rest of the mission's actually pretty easy. It's just that early part, which at least thankfully is right at the beginning, which makes life a little bit easier. The village we actually got through first try on crushing, which is surprising, and that hardest part is probably at the very end where you have to deal with the tank and the helicopter by shooting them with RPGs. But there's enough cover and stuff that it wasn't terrible. I mean, we got it first try somehow. And then there's the Sanctuary map, which has that really annoying fight right at the beginning with a significant number of enemies throughout it. And then there's also toward the end, there's the helicopter portion, which we could not figure out how to do until we looked up some videos and found out you can actually have everyone hide right at the beginning, like in the doorway at the beginning and behind the first crate. And that's sort of how you do it, because you have to deal with a helicopter, 2 Gatling gun guys, and the occasional enemy coming in from behind you. But once you get rid of the Gatling gun guys, it's actually not that bad because you can dodge the helicopter more easily. So that one was kind of annoying, but at least we got through it and got it done. Then Wave 10 in a siege game is basically like a capture point, like a domination type game mode. It's another co-op game mode. You just have to capture and hold an area with all 3 players for a set amount of time to finish a wave and do it for 10 waves. Did it first try as well. Speedy, that's getting the first kill in the match. That's pretty easy, especially if you boost it. Defender is pretty easy. It's basically like almost like an assist medal. It just requires you to kill someone that was shooting a teammate. And we actually got that along with this Protectorate medal. Protectorate is kind of dumb and kind of annoying because it requires you to basically get 5 Defender medals in a game of Plunder. It's kind of a weird trophy, but we got through it, like boosted them both at the same time. This one you would never get through natural progression. It's the rarest trophy in the game by a pretty good margin. Shut him down's pretty easy. That's stopping someone that's on a 5 or higher kill streak. Triple threat requires 3 kills with explosive, 3 kills with a long gun, and 3 kills with a sidearm in a single game. Nothing too bad there. Afterlife is, of course, the one trophy I'm missing from this DLC. It's not too hard because there is a booster you can buy at level 48 that makes you do a martyrdom where you drop a grenade when you die. So that's not going to be too hard to get either there, but we also have another method we can do it if necessary, so it's not too bad. And once I get that done, I'll be done with this DLC, which is cool. This one's kind of weird. You have to kill someone that's been wounded by an explosive and knocked down by an explosive. You have to kill them with a pistol afterward. And then the tricky medals, surprisingly this one's a silver. It's for getting 100 hang kills. So, that is Uncharted 2, and that is the main thing we've been working on. So with that, level 66, 46%, 16,506 total trophies, 379 platinums, 2,127 golds, 4,203 silvers, 9,797 bronzes. So with that, the main focus of this upcoming week, I'll probably log into Fallout 76 a couple more times just to look at a few other things I want to do and level up 1 or 2 more times. I'll jump a few lobbies, see if I can get lucky and find someone doing Scorched Earth, or I'll just go find a session on like PSN profiles. I do want to get those 2 multiplayer trophies done though, because they shouldn't be too difficult to do, they shouldn't take too long, so I definitely want to get those done as well. So work on that, and of course Red Dead 2, continue working on it. I should be able to get up a few more levels by the end of the week, so slowly work on that. Still would love to see Borderlands 1 officially get fixed. I mean, people have found potential fixes for the Mad Moxie DLC, but I just kind of want to wait until we get something official from Gearbox about it having been fixed. Even though it's a bigger issue, so it's going to take more time. I just kind of want to wait for that, and so I don't waste my time on the Mad Moxie DLC just having it crash on me on like the last wave or something. I just don't want to bother with that. So those are 2 games I'm going to be working on, as well as, of course, Uncharted 2. We're going to finish Elimination and Afterlife this week. We're hopefully going to finish Deathmatch. I don't think we're quite going to finish 2,500 kills. We're going to try, though. I just don't think it's just quite going to get done because it's so time-consuming. We'll get it eventually. Like I said, we'll get this game done before the servers go down. I'm not worried about that. I'm just more worried about how much time it takes when we still have Uncharted 3 sitting over there, which thankfully doesn't have, I think, any sort of 2,500 kill trophy. It just has everything else is just way more annoying. So we'll get it done eventually. So those are the main games. I'm going to do a few easy platinums this week just to boost my numbers a little bit and start working my way towards that 400 mark, because I have a number of easy platinums, EU games, and North American games, so need to start working on a few of those and just make a little bit of progress, because it's been a while, because I haven't really done too many easy or quick platinums recently. Just been trying to work on Uncharted 2 and these other games, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, this one was not going to be as long as some of my other ones, because not too much progress this week, but some good progress, so hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you next week.